Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm John, and you're watching Road Reality. Today we're going to take a quick ride on my Harley Street Glide and talk about heated gear. But first I wanted to show you something. If you have one of the Milwaukee 8 touring bikes, you have a battery tender. And the dealer typically brings it down here and out, and they zip tie it to saddlebag guard or whatever. But for this ride, I'm bringing it up here because it's just pretty cumbersome to try to plug in while you're seated on the bike. So with that out of the way, let me get geared up. Let's get on the road. All right, here we go. So recently, my buddy Ironborn Rider posted a video on his new heated gloves. They are battery powered. He went through his likes and dislikes, and this is going to be sort of a response because I have the other ones, plug-in gloves, and I happen to really like them. And I'll tell you why. The other day I left my house, it was 32.9 degrees, and I spent about 2 hours on the bike. Overall, I was quite comfortable. And I cannot stop hitting red lights. Awesome. Well, I guess we're leaving Old Town Gaithersburg. We're gonna go find some back roads, because they're more fun anyway. I'm tired of sitting in red lights. My hands are getting hot, but we'll get to that in a minute. So if you go the plug-in route, you never have to worry about charging the batteries on your gloves. That's definitely a positive. You do, however, have to worry about the cords. That can be a little frustrating. If you run your battery tender wire yourself, well, the Deltran brand battery tenders are not actually rated for heated gear. It says so in the manual. You just can't pull the amperage that you can through a thicker cable. But if you have a Harley Milwaukee 8 touring bike, I can tell you that the owner's manual specifically states that it's set up to run heated gear. I can't remember if it's one set or two. The Milwaukee 8 touring bikes having that battery tender, that's built in. I mean, that's awesome. Harley, I guess, expects you to ride these things year round, and so they provide you with the tender. It's also for keeping the battery charged up, because if you let it sit for too many days and it's cold out, guess what? Your bike ain't gonna start. I found that out the hard way. Yep. With the plug-in juice, they go. No, they don't go. The plug-in gloves. I keep saying plug-in batteries for some reason, but the plug-in gloves, they get hotter. They can pull more juice, and boom, you got toasty hands. Right now, I've been riding for about half hour, 40 minutes, and my hands are positively toasty, like they're literally in front of a fire. It's phenomenal. I love it. While I was writing down notes for this video, I realized that you can use the battery-operated gloves off the bike. How cool is that? You can wear them while you're running a snowblower, or some other tools in the winter time. I don't know how they've pulled up to that though. You ever try that? You ever run battery operated gloves for like snow blowing? And another benefit of plug-in gloves is all day comfort. I've heard that the battery operated ones last for 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 if you leave them on low. But yeah, these guys are going to run as long as the bike does. So I really like that. I mean, that's one of the reasons I went with plug-in in the first place. I did my research and I decided, nope, I go on longer rides. I don't want to have to worry about charging batteries or running out of juice halfway through a ride. So yeah, plug-in is the way to go. So quick recap, plug-in is better. You can go on long rides in better comfort and not have to worry about your gloves dying. Hey, I know where we are. Hey, we've been here before. So we're at the corner of Brink and Goshen. And now we're on the back roads. That's pretty cool. All right, this is a nice little twisty road here, Brink Road. It goes all the way down to Maryland 650 where it ends. But yeah, quick recap. Plug-in gloves are better. Buy the plug-in gloves. I'll leave a link below for the first gear ones that I ride with. I've had them for 4 years. They're phenomenal. I had a dead one about 2 or 3 months into ownership, and First Gear just sent me a whole new pair. They were like, yep, we got you. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, so you have to deal with the cable. and you have to remember to bring them with you. But if you've got the proper cable, the thickness, and the proper connection, you're good to go. That's another thing about these gloves. They come with a coax connection. I don't know what other brands come with, but the First Gear ones come with a coax connection, and your battery tender is obviously a different connector. So I did find on Revzilla, I found a connector. It's about 6 or 8 inches long, and that's what she said. And it allows you to plug your battery tender connection into the coax for the heat controller. Oh, that's the other thing. Get a heat controller because it gives you a rheostat for fine-tuning the heat on your gloves, which is awesome. Yeah, all day long I'm able to reach down. I've got it clipped to my jacket, and I can just adjust up and down the heat of the gloves, which keeps me way more comfortable. We'll make it right. So now we're on 124. Got some decent curves here. So definitely get a heat controller for whatever brand gloves you have. But in addition, you can prep your bike for this stuff too. This cold weather riding. Things like this Memphis Shades windshield. I can't remember if it's 6.5 or 8.5 inches, but it does a great job of keeping the wind up over my helmet. And I also put soft loaders on the bike, as you can see here. And those things, they're like $100 from Harley, but they really keep my shins and feet warm. Unfortunately, they do nothing for my knees and thighs. Those get cold still, but that's a minor price to pay to be out on 2 wheels. I tell you what, it's about 45 degrees, temperature check, 45. It's a little chilly, but it's not too bad. I think I want to go down this road. One last thing about heated gloves is they have wires in them. They take time to break in. So it takes a few rides every winter to get these suckers pliable again. But once they are, man, they're comfortable. But beware, until they are broken in, you're gonna have a little trouble reaching your levers, especially on something like this bike where the levers stick out real far. But once they're broken in, I got no problem reaching those levers. That's pretty sweet. Take care. And another thing I just remembered about these gloves, the underside is really grippy. So even if they're not really broken in, you can reach out to those levers and they grip it really well so they don't slide around. So just something else to remember.